And if I'm elected, every vote matters. I promise folks, and I'd love to be the deciding vote to repeal and replace Obamacare. I don't think the federal government has any jurisdiction telling us what kind of health insurance we need to buy any more, and I don't like the federal government telling us what kind of light bulbs we ought to use or what kind of energy we ought to be using. So that, I call it, some people call it Obamacare. I call it health care monstrosity. Is wrong on the government telling people what kind of health insurance they should buy. It is really, the result of this so far has been higher healthcare costs, and there's just the recent reports on that. It has been a real impediment for creation of new jobs, particularly in businesses I talk to, generally between 50 and 150 employees. They're wondering, all right, if I can get under 50 employees, then this won't apply to me. And they're thinking of making their employees part-time, working less than 30 hours a week. That's terrible for those employees. That means they'll have to find another job to make ends meet. Others are talking about outsourcing. They'll say, all right, we're going to stay under 50 and we'll just outsource. So we'll just get like temporary workers. And so it's been bad for the economy. It's wrong as a matter of principle. And then the other thing it's doing to the states is they're expanding Medicaid eligibility. When Medicaid eligibility is expanded, it means because the state, half of it's paid for by state taxpayers, half by federal taxpayers. When that happens, the result in Virginia, and I think most states, is higher college tuition, because it means less funding for higher ed, and then the colleges and universities make it up with higher tuition. My view is it should be repealed and replaced. What I'm for number one, health savings accounts, where individuals own their own policy and they can take it from job to job. They're not dependent on an employer. They're not stuck in a job they don't like, that they don't want to leave to go to another place because someone in their family has some pre-existing condition, malady, sickness, disease. And I'm not just saying this, telling everyone else you ought to use health savings accounts. After being defeated, I had to get health insurance. And I said, I've always been advocating these medical savings accounts. I'm going to check them out. Are they as good as the policies that Congress has for themselves? No, but they're a lot less expensive. You have a high deductible. If you don't use it, it rolls over. I was talking to a woman just a week or so ago, works for Whole Foods. All those employees use it. They like it. One guy left the company and was able to take that money with him to wherever he went to. And so I think we need to have people in control and doctors in control rather than insurance companies, the government, or employers.